Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Combo League podcast. We have just advanced into week 5, and as everybody knows, it is a long road ahead, but that's not what we're here for. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button below. A lot of people keep returning. It takes like 2 seconds. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. We do this every week. And gonna make a like goal. I want to see 10 likes on this video to show that y'all do support what we're doing here and all the work. But we're not taking up any more of y'all's time. We're going to get into the league schedule, and of course, we're going to go into week 4. So, first game, of course, was the game of the week, Bears versus Packers. Young versus veterans. As y'all see, they did play twice, and it disconnected the first time close to the end. So, they played a half. And it saved for some reason after they did that. But as you can see, the Packers had pretty much beat on everything else, but the Bears came out with the win. Player stats: the veteran quarterback and the rookie did not do well. Mitch Trubisky throwing for 107 yards, 1 pick, sacked 0 times, and then Aaron Rodgers 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, sacked twice. So we can say that their captains did not lead them. On the rushing game, both Jamal Williams, rookie, and Ty Montgomery close to the same amount of yards, but Jamal Williams had an 11 over average, but Ty Montgomery did get the touchdown. Jordan Howard didn't do much. Mitch and Aaron Rodgers, none of them did much. Even Aaron Ripkowski didn't do anything. On the receiving end, the best receiver in yards was Randall Cobb, and then Cameron Meredith, and then Zach Miller. Martellus Bennett not really doing much. Ty Montgomery, wide receiver to running back, still in the receiving game. Jordy Nelson, veteran wide receiver for the Packers, getting their lone touchdown. And defensively, sacks, we go with Bryce Callahan and Jay Howard. Interceptions, Bryce Callahan with 1, Kyle Fuller with 1, Clinton Dix with 1. Very young players, all getting themselves a pick. And defensive touchdowns by both Kyle Fuller and Bryce Callahan, which won them the game. As you can see, it was a defensive game for just a half, but it was still a defensive game. Good job to the Bears. Good luck to the Packers in week 5. Next game we got is the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. As you can see, the Saints won on passing while the Dolphins win in the rushing game. And the Dolphins won in turnovers with the least amount of turnovers, still having 3. Player stats: Drew Brees threw for 569 yards, 7 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions, sacked 3 times. Ryan Tannehill, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, sacked 5 times. In the rushing game, Jay Ajayi, 35 attempts for 256 yards, still earning him a 7.3 average with 3 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson, 11 carries, 486 yards and a touchdown. Not having the explosive game he had last week, but still a game nonetheless. In the receiving game, Shane Wynn, young wide receiver, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. But as you can see, Jarvis Landry still up there, 148 yards and a touchdown. Michael Thomas, Ted Ginn, and Ladarius Green also getting themselves touchdowns, all from the Saints. Jay Ajayi still being a good running back plus a receiver. Adrian Peterson actually doing better on the receiving side of the ball with 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Devontae Parker, another young wide receiver, only having 1 pass to him, but it earned him a touchdown. In the sacks category, you got Cameron Jordan with 2, Patrick Robinson again, Neville Hewitt, Alex Okafor, Ndamukong Suh, Raquan McMillan, P.J. Williams, Craig Robertson, and Anthony Walker Jr. a rookie actually getting two rookies getting in there for half a sack each. Interceptions, two by Alex Anzalone, rookie from Florida. Two by T.J. McDonald Jr., one by Raquan McMillan, another rookie. Anthony Walker Jr., another rookie. Two middle linebackers getting in there. And then Von Bell, young free safety. Defensively, no defensive touchdowns, but good job to the Saints. Good luck to the Dolphins. Third game was the Bills versus the Falcons. 27-20. Bills won in rushing, but of course the Falcons passing game wins them the game, and least amount of turnovers was 0. Matt Ryan, 331 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions, sacked 7 times. Tyrod Taylor for 137 yards and 2 interceptions, sacked 3 times. Rushing the ball, LaShawn McCoy with 141 yards and a touchdown. Tyrod Taylor trying to run the ball for 49 yards but fumbled. Devonta Freeman not really doing much, and neither was Tevin Coleman. Chris Polk actually 1 yard rush too for a touchdown. Receiving the ball, Julio Jones, top tier wide receiver, MVP wide receiver with 122 yards. Austin Hooper, you got Jordan Matthews, recently acquired. Mohamed Sanu, but no offensive passing touchdowns, just yards. On the defensive side of the ball, sacks 3.5 by Shaq Lawson, Marcel Darius with 2, Grady Jarrett with 1, Ricardo Allen with 1, Dontari Poe with 1, Jerry Hughes with 1, half a sack by Kyle Williams. A lot of sacks. Deion Jones with a pick, and so did Devondre Campbell. Any defensive touchdowns? One by Devondre Campbell. But good job to the Bills. Good luck to the Falcons in Week 5. We're going to skip this game and this game and this game to, well, it looks like my game versus Titans versus Texans, of course, another division game. Won in every way. Really not going to say I won in turnovers because that was just bad. Player stats. Marcus Mariota with 465 yards with 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked 8 times. Not a surprise with that. Texans D-line. Deshaun Watson, rookie, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 5 sacks. Better game than he's had all season so far. Rushing the ball, of course, Marcus Mariota. DeMarco Murray actually getting in for 2 touchdowns. Receiving, best receiver was Taywan Taylor, rookie out of Western Kentucky, doing a very good job. DeAndre Hopkins, top 5 wide receiver, 132 yards for 2 touchdowns on both of his receptions. Corey Davis actually getting over 100 yards, both rookies. Delaney Walker still high, Eric Decker still high, Will Fuller doing well, and then Rashard Matthews with an 8-yard touchdown. Defensively, in sacks, Daquan Jones had 2, J.J. Watt had 2, and Brian Cushing actually had 2. 1.5 by Clown and 1 by Bernard McKinney. Brian Arakpo, David Amerson, Derek Morgan, C.O. Moore, and half by Whitney Merciless and Carlos Watkins. Rookie defensive tackle out of Clemson. And interceptions, 2 by Logan Ryan, 1 by Bernard McKinney, and 1 by rookie Adoree Jackson, Kevin Johnson with 1, and Jonathan Cyprian with 1. Defensive touchdowns, 1 by Logan Ryan. Good job to both the Texans and the Titans. Good luck in Week 5 to both of y'all. Lions versus Vikings, which was the second game of the week I was actually thinking of doing. It was between them and the Bears and Packers. And we can see here another game that was one side for rushing and one side for passing. But it looks like turnovers might have won the Vikings this game. Sam Bradford, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, sacked 3 times. Matthew Stafford, strong arm Stafford, 456 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, sacked 5 times. Rushing side of the ball, rookie Dalvin Cook from Florida State, 151 yards off of 31 carries, a 4.9 average, and 3 touchdowns. And Spencer Ware actually getting himself a touchdown. Rookie TJ Logan with a bad game, and so did Matthew Stafford. Nobody fumbling. Receiving, best receiver was Marvin Jones in yards, and Eric Ebron and Adam Thielen all over 100 yards and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs still getting himself a touchdown, almost 100 yards. Rookie TJ Logan with his own touchdown off of 3 receptions, 82 yards. Devin Kajutes, whatever, with a touchdown. And that was it. Did Dalvin Cook? Apparently never threw to Dalvin Cook. Oh, he did. 2 receptions for -5 yards. Wow. That must not have been good. Defensive side of the ball, these sacks were huge. Of Danielle Hunter, 2 years, still very young with 4. Tahir Whitehead with 2. Bruce Gaston with 1. Jonathan Newsom with 1. And then the picks, Eric Kendricks with 2. Andrew Sendejo and Xavier Rhodes. And it looks like there was only one. Eric Kendricks with the only defensive touchdown, pick 6. Good job to both teams. Good luck to both of y'all in. Good luck to both of y'all in week 5. Next comes down a really close game, 16-14. Patriots and Panthers. Panthers won on everything but turnovers, it looks like. Player stats. Cam Newton with 272 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, sacked once. And Tom Brady with 197 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 2 sacks. Really not well for either MVP quarterbacks. Rushing side of the ball, Christian McCaffrey having the most yards on 22 carries for 59 yards and fumbled. Deion Lewis had 40 yards. Cam Newton actually had their only rushing touchdown on 2 plays. Receiving the ball, recently acquired Brandon Cooks with 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, the best receiver for the Panthers, with 79 yards. And then Greg Olsen, veteran tight end, getting himself in there for a touchdown. And really, that was it. Defensively for sacks, 1.5 by Julius Peppers, 15 years of experience. 1 by Trey Flowers, half by Thomas Davis Sr., and half by Charles Johnson. Really, all 3 Panthers who got sacks, veterans. 15 years, 12 years, and 10 years. Interceptions, 3 by Dante Hightower, 1 by Thomas Davis, 1 by Malcolm Butler, 1 by Daryl Worley, Luke Kuechly, and Kurt Coleman. And defensive touchdowns, none. Good job to the Patriots and the Panthers. Really close game. Good luck to both of y'all in week 5. Woo. Jets and Jags. Jags actually having a better team than the Jets, but Jets coming out on top, 37-3, winning it in every category. Recently acquired Blake Bortles threw for 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, but sacked 6 times. Matt Barkley, who the Jets required Blake Bortles from, playing each other. Matt Barkley having a terrible game, 251 yards, 5 interceptions, sacked 10 times. Rushing the ball, Corey Grant getting 95 yards and a touchdown. Blake Bortles actually getting in there for 40 yards but fumbling. And Leonard Fournette really hasn't done much in this season, with only getting 38 yards. And Matt Barkley with 5. Receiving the ball, Allen Robinson with 128 yards, only receiver with over 100 yards, but Quincy Enunwa, best Jets wide receiver with a touchdown. Corey Grant, Jacob Tammy, D.D. Westbrook actually getting him their lone touchdown. Rookie out of Oklahoma. Or no, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a rat catch. My bad. Sorry. Lonnie Pryor, fullback, 23 yards, 2 touchdowns. Woof. Fullback doing better than a lot of people in the game. Defensively, let's look at all these sacks. 4 by Leonard Williams, 3 by Dante Fowler Jr., 2 by Muhammad Wilkerson, 1 by Miles Jack, 1 by Sheldon Richardson, Darren Lee, Malik Jackson, Ray Malaluga, Mario Williams, half by Yannick Njoku, Clay, and half by Calais Campbell. Interceptions, 2 by Barry Church, 1 by Marcus May, rookie, 1 by Buster Skrine, and 1 by Demario Davis. Defensive touchdowns, only 1 by Buster Skrine. Good job to the Jets. Good luck to the Jags in Week 5. San Francisco Cardinals, 33-7. San Francisco beating them in everything besides kick, return yards. Player stats: C.J. Beathard, not a bad game, not the best. 192 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interceptions, sacked 3 times. Carson Palmer, 72 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, sacked twice. And Nathan Peterman, rookie out of Pittsburgh, 95 yards and an interception. Cardinals having themselves a really tough season, especially without a rushing game in David Johnson. Joe Williams, most yards with but 29 attempts, 81 yards, 2.8 average, 1 touchdown, and 1 fumble. Chris Johnson going nowhere. Fullback actually having the best average in the game. Receiving 95 yards and a touchdown by Chad Hansen, rookie out of California. And then 70 yards and a touchdown for Kenny Galladay, rookie out of North Illinois. John Brown having 63 yards, and Larry Fitz having 47 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Chandler Jones, Buda Baker, rookie from Washington, Corey Peters, Aaron Lynch, and DeForest Buckner, all having a sack. Interceptions, 2 by rookie middle linebacker Reuben Foster out of Alabama. Rookie Buda Baker out of Washington having an interception. Eric Reed and Zadarius Smith. Defensive touchdowns, there were none. Good job to both teams. Good luck in Week 5. Next up is another close game with Chargers versus Eagles, 36-33. Chargers won in every aspect again. Cardale Jones with 240 yards, a touchdown, sacked 4 times. Carson Wentz, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 6 sacks. And then Phillip Rivers actually getting in the game for once, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 1 sack. Rushing the ball, Brandon Oliver coming in for the injured Melvin Gordon, 12 attempts for 50 yards. And then Carson Wentz and Wendell Smallwood, Tyrell Williams. No one really having themselves a rushing game this season. For receiving, Keenan Allen, number 1 Charger wide receiver with 178 yards and a touchdown. Rookie Mike Williams out of Clemson, over 100 yards with a touchdown. And Torrey Smith, over 100 yards. Travis Benjamin gets himself a touchdown. Jeff Cumberland with a touchdown. And Zach Ertz. Defensively, for sacks, 3 by Joey Bosa, 2 last year's defensive rookie of the year. Fletcher Cox with 2, Terrence Brooks with 1, Kyle Emmanuel with 1, Derek Barnett, rookie out of Tennessee, with 1, Brandon Graham with 1, Vinny Curry with 1, half a sack by Denzel Perryman, and half by Corey Luget. 2 interceptions by Jeremiah Tacho, Corey Graham with 1, Malcolm Jenkins with 1, and Bradley Roby with 1. Defensive touchdowns, 2. 1 by Corey Graham, 1 by Bradley Roby. Good luck to both of you on week 5. Really close game this week. We have the Giants versus the Buccaneers. Giants winning on everything except for first downs. Eli Manning, 212 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, sacked once. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 66 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, sacked twice. Jameis Winston, 161 yards, 2 interceptions, sacked 3 times. I think Jameis Winston actually got injured. Rushing, Doug Martin, 21 attempts for 119 yards and a touchdown. Rookie Wayne Gallman with 80 yards and a touchdown, actually having a really good average, one of the best averages I've seen so far this season. And Paul Perkins, 67 yards, 4.2 average and a touchdown. Receiving, Mike Evans, one of the top wide receivers, with a touchdown, and Brandon Marshall with his own touchdown and over 100 yards. Sterling Shepard and Adam Humphries, half that pretty much. Rookies O.J. Howard and Evan Ingram really not doing much in that game. It doesn't look... let's see. I can't see. Defensively, with sacks, you have 3 by Olivier Vernon, 1 by Jude Ajay Berma, Janoris Jenkins with 1, and Terrell Basham, rookie out of Ohio. Interceptions, you had 2 by B.J. Goodson, 1 by Andrew Adams, 1 by Nick Vigil, 1 by Levante David, and 1 by Brent Grimes. It looks like there's only 1 pick 6, and that was by Nick Vigil. Good job to the Giants. Good luck to both of y'all in week 5. Whew. Raiders versus Broncos. Another division game so early. 34-23. Raiders winning passing, and the Broncos winning in rushing. Player stats, you got Derek Carr with 248 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, sacked 5 times. Chad Kelly, 81 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and sacked twice, with a completion rating of 25%, 5 for 20. Derek Carr really not doing much better, 15 for 31 and 48%. Rushing, C.J. Anderson, 122 yards, 15 attempts for 8.1 average and 2 touchdowns. Chad Kelly up there. Cordero Patterson actually getting up there. Jamal Charles down, and receiving, Amari Cooper, 3 receptions for 83 yards and a touchdown. Demarius Thomas getting himself a touchdown. Cordero Patterson also giving themselves a touchdown. And nothing really else in this game. Defensively, sacks, 3 by Von Miller, 2 by DeAndre Levy, or 1 by DeAndre Levy, 1 by Khalil Mack, Mackinson, Dorian, and rookie Brendan Langley out of Lamar University. Interceptions, 4 by Desmond Southward, 1 by Bruce Irvin, 1 by TJ Carrier, 1 by rookie Obi Malafanu out of Connecticut. Desmond Southward having 2 pick 6s. Good job to the Broncos. Good luck to both of y'all in week 5. And coming down to our last game would be the Colts and the Seahawks. Colts actually winning this 28-7. rush winning on a rushing game. Passing game was for the Seahawks. Andrew Luck having 164 yards, 2 touchdowns, sacked 4 times. Russell Wilson 230 yards, 5 interceptions, sacked 3 times. Rushing, Jerick McKinnon 165 yards on 32 carries and 3 touchdowns, fumbled once. And then Thomas Rawls for 43 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, T.Y. Hilton, #1 receiver for the Colts, 81 yards and a touchdown. And then Dante Moncrief also getting them a touchdown. Luke Wilson, tight end, and Jimmy Graham being the top receivers for the Seahawks. Defensively, sacks, 2 by Kendall Langford, 2 by rookie Malik McDowell from Michigan State, Mike Morgan with 1, Cliff Averill with 1, and then Brandon Chubb with 1. All these interceptions, 2 by Brandon Chubb, 2 by rookie Malik Hooker out of Ohio State, and 1 by Jabal Sheard. Any defensive touchdowns? None. Good job to the Colts. Good luck to both of y'all in Week 5. And that's where we come to now, is Week 5. Where do y'all want the game of the week to be? Game of the week, guys. Where is it at? And we're going to go with... I haven't actually picked one, guys, so that's why I'm doing this. Had a lot of stuff going, so I didn't have time. But gonna have to go with the Panthers and the Lions. Actually gonna go with Panthers and Lions. Really good game by Dalmid so far in this season in Scorpio. So it's really going to come down to in my point of view, who will win in a game of power. Will it be the Panthers with their rookie running back and Cam Newton, known for throwing but also known for running, or is it going to be strong arm Stafford and Golden Tate? And that's going to be our game of the week, guys. But as y'all saw while talking about some of those stats for games, we saw that some of them didn't make sense of why they would add people in. So we're going to see, are there any new injuries in the game? Matt Paradis, we already saw. Jameis Winston actually is hurt with a shoulder tear for 4 weeks. Cardinals actually having David Johnson returning. Chargers will still be missing Melvin Gordon for another 5 weeks. Ezekiel Elliott for another 2 weeks. Dolphins are Rashad Jones for another 4 weeks. Jets with Pitta for another 5 weeks. It looks like when you get injured, Alden Smith for 1 more week. And I think that's going to be our last injury. Yes, it is. But as always, if y'all haven't seen this, some of the stuff I haven't talked about, y'all are like, where's the standings and stuff? Go check out our website. I'll put the link in the description below. I always do. Go check that out. It has everything from every other week that if you haven't seen, videos are on the channel. They all say podcast. Go watch them. But if you just want to know standings, website will be updated tomorrow with the commissioner power rankings. We know there's power rankings in the game, but we want to give our own power rankings based on performances. But the last thing is we always have to go through his weekly awards. With Week 4, Drew Brees and Eric Kendricks winning NFC offense and defense. And then Jay Ajayi and Desmond Southward winning AFC offense and defense. They deserved it. Good luck to everybody else. Maybe y'all can make a player of the week, and hopefully y'all can keep y'all's season strong, and y'all still can make comebacks. But as always, guys, if y'all are new, please hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that 10 like goal that we're going for. And we will see y'all next week for another Combo League podcast. I'm your host, Avengers. See you next time.